longer an atheist. Before we talk about that, okay, so Dave Rubin and Jordan Peterson have started what seems to be competing websites. Dave Rubin calls his website locals.com, which sounds more like a dating website. Like, you want to fuck hot local MILFs? Go to locals.com. I guess it was the only domain he could buy or something. I don't know what the fuck. Doesn't make any sense, really. And Jordan Peterson is called ThinkSpot. And, you think those two guys would have got on the same fucking page, right? They were like touring together. They did 110 shows together. But no, they got competing websites. I guess grifters got a grift. They both want to get in on that fucking Patreon money. I'll show you Dave Rubin's site right here. It's called Locals. Build your own community. Set your own rules. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter have inconsistent and unfair moderation. You set the rules in your local, and I doubt that very seriously. And I hope somebody tests this shit. All you Nazis out there, because I know there's plenty of Nazis out there listening to me right now, because why wouldn't you listen to me if you're a Nazi? I want you to go to Locals and set up your Nazi page on Locals and test if you really can set your own rules. Because what will happen if you do that is Dave Rubin's credit card processing will be declined very quickly, which is what happens to all these places that behave like this, that they're like, oh, we're all about free speech. We love free speech. The Nazis take it over. The white supremacists, the racists take it over. The credit card company's like, well, fuck that shit. We don't have anything to do with you motherfuckers. And so they limit your ability to process credit cards. And so that'll be the end of this fucking site. So basically, they lying. As always, they're pretending like they're these big free speech warriors, but when push comes to shove, they will bail out in a fucking heartbeat because that'll be their fucking money if they don't. And which is the reason like they don't have that shit on Facebook and Twitter, right? It's the same exact shit. They're just pretending that they're some kind of free speech warriors. We see right through you, but I hope people will test that. I hope they'll go test ThinkSpot. See what you can get away with. But anyway, so Dave Rubin claims he's no longer a fucking atheist. Apparently, he's been touring with...
For more debate.
Shut the fuck up. He's been touring with some Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson, the genius he is, has convinced him not to be a fucking, I guess, atheist anymore. Even though he admits he wasn't really an atheist. He admits he just said that and he didn't really mean it because, it's Dave Rubin. He says shit he don't mean all the time. That's basically typically fucking Dave Rubin. So anyway, first I want to play this little short clip on why he is not going to be an atheist anymore. And spoiler alert, it's because of the SJWs. Fucking SJWs, the postmodernists, because, that exists. Fucking postmodern SJWs, they ruined atheism for him.
Religious one, but I would say this, that consistent with me talking about sort of what's happened with the postmodern left, with the progressives, and we see this now, where there's sort of nothing that's empirically true. And any given day, you can feel anything about any particular topic.
Okay, that's all bullshit. Know what the fuck he's talking about? Like, yeah, I'm against racism today, but tomorrow I'm going to feel a completely different way about it, because that's postmodernist progressive, isn't it? No, that's just stupid. It's just shit he made up. But here's the funny thing about him saying that there's nothing empirically true. This is literally what fucking Jordan Peterson teaches. He teaches that metaphorical truth is more true than empirical truth, which is the most postmodern thing I could fucking possibly imagine. And look this up. Don't believe me. Jordan Peterson teaches that the fictional stories in the Bible are actually more true than physical reality. Because according to him, these stories help you to survive. And anything that helps you to survive, whether it's true or not, empirically, is actually more true than physical reality truth, than empirical truth. So Dave Rubin obviously didn't listen very closely when Jordan Peterson was fucking talking. Of course, none of this has to do with Jordan Peterson. It's all about Dave Rubin wanting to grift people. Dave Rubin has moved so far to the right, and he knows being an atheist doesn't appeal to his fan base, right? To the people paying his bills. And so he wants to pander even more to the conservatives he's trying to attract. And so that's all the fuck he's doing here. But he even admits that like he wasn't really a fucking atheist. He's just talking out of his ass and he just said it just to say it. Listen.
People online just kept saying that I was an atheist.
Right.
And then I sort of just said it one day without... It didn't mean anything to me sort of one way or another. It was almost, it just sort of came out of my mouth one day.
Classic Dave Rubin. But it didn't mean anything. I just say shit that I don't mean all the fucking time. Look, I had a bunch of atheists on my show, and I was just pandering. I just say fucking anything. It's me, Dave. You know me. I'm the I agree guy. I just agree with anybody. Like, I'm water, my friend. Whoever comes on my show, I just bend my will to agree with whatever they have to say because I have no fucking backbone whatsoever. So anyway, gotta love it. Gotta love fucking Dave Rubin and his grift. Never a grift that he won't fucking stoop to trying to sell. You smell like poop. Why do you smell like poop? Do I smell like poop now? Did you poop on me? Where's that poop smell coming from? Oh my god, I got poop on my hand now.